Queens make wise decisions as they know that they cannot mess with the well-being of their kingdom. A year ago, I went to a Tony Robbins coaching session, and out of this session, I remember this one training on making decisions. And I consider it a brilliant way to make decisions, and I wanted to share it with you today. So Tony Robbins speaks about 4 archetypes in each person: the warrior, the magician, the lover, and the queen. Each of those archetypes in us is responsible for managing different spheres, and it is the queen in you that decides on the final decision. So first of all, we need to start the decision process during a meditation when we are relaxed in a bathtub, shower, or in other relaxing safe space. When you are relaxed, close your eyes and find the warrior in you. This is the part in you that jumps on the horse. It is the brave and always ready for action part in you. When you close your eyes, try to locate this archetype in your body. This is the part in you that will always find a way to make something work. The most motivated and most courageous archetype that is in you. Now think, where does this warrior lives in your body? How does your warrior look like? Think about the warrior in you and activate it and connect to it. Think about where does the warrior lives in your body. Does it live in your head, in your arms? Put your hand on it and ask the warrior about the decision you need to make. Hear the warrior's response to you in those words. Everything you need to know right now. Everything you need to do is. Once you really connect to this part, the warrior in you will tell you the most important steps that you need to make for this decision. Remember what you hear or write it down. And now we need to go and find 3 more archetypes in you and ask the same questions. The magician. The magician in you is the part in you that is never stressed out. It is the most relaxed, always smiling and calm version that lives in you. The most experienced and wise archetype that can be found in your person. This part knows that you have done things in your past that were equally hard. This part in you has the inner wise knowing, that inner wisdom that just knows that everything always works out for the best. The magician in you knows everything that others don't know. This archetype is always playful, and he knows that he can turn the frog into the prince and prince back into the frog. He knows also that when he or she changes the point of view, that everything will change too. The magician knows that she or he will always be able to find the right spell or potion and make it all work. And when everyone around him is stressed out, he is the most calm and collected of all. When the warrior in you will be fighting to make her things happen, the magician will stand calmly, smile and simply observe, as he knows that he will always be able to find a magic way to make something happen. Now let's think, where does the magician lives in your body? How does your magician look like? Think about the magician in you, activate it and connect to it. Where does the magician lives in your body? Does it live in your head, in your arms? Put your hand on it and ask the magician about the decision you need to make. And again, hear the magician respond to you with those words. Everything you need to know right now, everything you need to do is. And once you really connect to this part, the magician in you will tell you the most important steps that you need to make for this decision. Remember what you hear or write it down. And now we need to find 2 more archetypes in you. The archetype 3 is the lover. The lover has a completely different way of seeing things. He is interested in something different, and he doesn't care about neither the warrior's ways or the magician ways. For this part in you, it is the most important that he or she loves where she lives, what he wears, what she eats. She or he is so happy that he is alive and is taking it all in, enjoying all the best moments of this life. He is happy that he can learn, grow, evolve, enjoy each day to the fullest. He is very loving, empathetic, and patient. Now think, where does the lover lives in your body? How does your lover look like? Think about the lover in you, activate it, and connect to it. Where does it live? Does it live in your head, in your arms, or in your heart? Put your hand on it and ask the lover about the decision you need to make. And hear the lover respond to you with those words. Everything you need to know right now, everything you need to do is. And once you really connect to this part, the lover will tell you the most important steps that you need to make for this decision. He can remind you, for example, that you used to be more happy and more relaxed in your life, and now you are very sad and anxious. And he doesn't like that because he wants to always have fun, play, and enjoy life. Remember what he told you and write it down if needed. And now finally we get to the last archetype, to the queen. The queen is the part in you that makes decisions. It is the most competent, wise, experienced part in you. It is the part in you that makes decisions and stands by them. The most responsible and dedicated part in you. The queen is not pushing forward on the horse like the warrior. It is not trying to be changing anything with potions and spells like magician. And not so free-spirited and a little naive like the lover is. The queen is sitting on her throne and she knows that she has a decision to make, and it needs to be a good one, as everyone and especially each of those archetypes needs to be happy with it. The warrior must be able to achieve it and fight for it. The magician needs to be able to find the spell, and the lover must love the decision and enjoy its life. The queen is decisive but also calm and collected. The queen knows that she needs to think about this decision deeply for the good of her kingdom. The queen also knows that it is possible to lose one battle to be able to win the war. The queen also knows that the current position you are in is temporary, and because it is the most competent person, she knows what needs to be done. She also knows that the god or universe or people in her life are going to help her. So she's calm but still focused. Now imagine a meeting between all those four archetypes. It is the queen that sits in the middle of the table and decides, but she does want to listen to every other archetype to make the correct decision. So she is listening. What does the lover says to the warrior? And what does the magician says to the queen? And what does the warrior says to the magician? She lets them all debate, argue, and converse until the final decision can be made. And I truly recommend you doing it also like a meditation in your daily life to ask the four archetypes about other important matters. And in fact, I like to live my life according to this idea. And ever since I have had the Tony Robbins training, I always remember the four archetypes in me. I think it is a very motivating and clarifying idea. And now on a final note, I'm also working on the Queen's Gambit movie analysis, so stay tuned for that. And let me know if you liked today's video and what do you think of this way of making decisions.